Hello everyone, welcome back once again to the World of Madness server here with the Dungeon Maker. So, we are at our current mob grinding project. Here we have... I've been calling it the upper reservoir, but I'm not quite sure we have a lower reservoir in the works right now, so... Hey. And as you can see, it is already producing quite a bounty. Fairly regularly, we just get mobs dropping down here, and I'm actually already running out of storage space here. I need to have, like, sorting machines, because, oh boy, all of the gubbins are just coming in. Eeh. But an actual sorting system requires more iron, and I don't have terribly much. I keep having to go out on runs and coming back with stacks of the stuff. And very, very, very occasionally, just by sheer virtue of the local difficulty, we get something coming down in full protection armor that survives the drop, but few and far between, thankfully. And the spiders are currently managing to escape because we haven't gotten these lower 6, I want to say, levels completed yet. Hopefully we have that finished next episode, but it's looking pretty good so far. Now I have added this line up here, which is basically just for maintenance access, because I think I've hit the point in every big redstone project that you do where you're fairly certain it's just actively trolling you. So, for example, this here is supposed to be triggered by the same line that triggers all of the dispensers in there. So when this is flooded, this is on. When this is not flooded, this is off. For whatever reason, these dispensers don't work reliably. I don't know why that is, that doesn't make any sense, but what's even stranger is, I think even whilst I was actually filming part of that time-lapse, which you'll see in a moment, I should say, the lines up here somehow got stuck on, and that bottom one might be doing it itself right now, actually. And the way that that happens is that the tripwires stay triggered. And the way that that happens is that they don't actually turn off. For whatever reason, they get stuck thinking there's an entity inside of the tripwire lines, and that means they don't turn off. So that entire line is then frozen. And the only way I've found to fix that reliably is to go in, take out that entire line of string and replace it. And even that seems to just be a temporary fix, but also it seems to fix itself, because I then went and installed the lava dispensers there as indicators so that I would know if something was borked, and by the time I did that, it was already fixing again. So I don't know what's going on. I swear this system is just trying to troll me now, but bleh, who knows, who knows. But we have reached the point now where I don't have to worry about the string, which is one of the bigger concerns with this particular project, because if I get the numbers over here, it is 4 stacks of string per tier for the tripwire lines, and another 1.5 stacks of string to make the dispensers in those lines as well. So that's a total of 5.5 stacks of string per level of this spawner. We can do that now. This is pumping out string and a whole host of other lovely gubbins at a rate where I don't need to worry anymore. Like, it's not at max speed yet, obviously, because we have only 3 levels out of the full 9, I think it is, that I've managed to get working here. But it is working wonderfully. So I thought I would take a moment to talk about how did we get to this? How did we, we started out Minecraft with no redstone, no pistons, no repeaters, and no, dispensers that could push out buckets and all of this stuff. So how did we go... How did we go from cobblestone and static water channels like down here to this, which is just... I love it. Well, we started out with this, and the reason we did that was because mobs would spawn on the pads and they would idly, using their AI, wander into the water channels. And they didn't have a concept of swimming very much. So they would just get shoved around by the water, and we got more and more complex with how we did the water channels, so we did these diagonals here and that sort of thing. But otherwise what you would normally have to do is just like a straight line going all the way across, and then one in the center going towards the middle, and that did the trick. We did that, and then we added slabs so that spiders couldn't spawn, and we made sure they were permanently dark areas by enclosing them. I don't think perimeter knowledge, which is why that's way up there, came into play for a couple years after that. But then we started to get really fancy. So then we had more complex ways of controlling mobs. So for example, the AIs. When zombies are near to villagers, they will try to attack the villagers, which means you can predictably tell which way they're going to go through your little maze of a mob spawner. So we used that to filter out zombies. And we got places like the Nether, where most mobs don't spawn, but zombie pigmen do, and they drop gold. So you build your mob grinder there, so you only get zombie pigmen spawns. You build it in the end, so you only get endermen. And the end enlightened us to the benefits of a void as well, by virtue of the fact that it is one. So if you build far enough away from the main end island, you get to an area where you have perimeter conditions over a complete and total void. So that allows you to get really great spawn rates. And then we got the witch farms, which I've tried to build before, and it is so hard to find a witch hut around here, I have to say, where we started to make really compact designs, and we also had the innovation then of the shifting floor, which might still work in the version of Minecraft that this server is running on. I'm not 100% certain on that one, don't quote me on it. But that basically had pistons shuffling the floor so that mobs would glitch through them, which gave you a really fast and really efficient system for collecting mobs. Way faster than that system up there, actually. But less reliable, since I'm pretty sure they tried very hard to they've tried very hard to patch it out, and it was kind of a glitch anyways. So I'm not terribly fussed about that. Slime farms are an old idea as well, which was you build it low enough and you only get slimes in certain chunks. So from there we got, usually we use that for XP before sticky pistons became a vital necessity in a lot of things. But redstone actuated designs are relatively new, and they get a lot more complicated than I've done here. Like, I'm despite what people might suggest, I am not actually a redstone expert. I am not actually a master of redstone, because I don't get the opportunity to do really complex stuff like this in vanilla terribly often. And if this could go away so I can actually see my spawner, come on. Me. There it is, just creeping out. Right. Why is that? I don't know. That wasn't me, I'm sure. There we go. Doesn't look like much, but we will be beautifying it once we've got it actually up and running. But, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Hey. But yeah, redstone actuate designs would use things like tripwires and pressure plates and dispensers and pistons and trapdoors and all sorts to control... Ow. That was evidently a skeleton. Yep, hiding under a tree. Yeah, well, that's fine. I was coming over here anyways. And those would use things to, like, drop mobs into areas. Our actual, like, method of killing the mobs has gotten more and more complicated. So, for example, we didn't have hoppers originally, so you had to store the mobs in a place where you could then wail on them. Then led into the XP grinder setup. And now we have things like hopper minecarts running out underneath magma blocks that will kill most things. Won't kill witches very well, but will kill most things. And it's just, we've evolved so far, and the most complicated designs are utter witchcraft to me. I don't understand them. Then they really take advantage of the fine-tuned idiosyncrasies of the way Minecraft works. So this is probably the most complicated and efficient and effective mob spawning system that I can build, but it is by far not the best in the world. Oh no, it's not even like the largest. Well, of course it's not remotely the largest, but If I wanted to build the largest one, I would build this in the end, and I would build it above and below me, but we'd have to do a different system for collecting them at the bottom. And I'd probably have some at the sides as well, so you just stand dead set in the middle and then just hump everything. But this should suit our purposes quite nicely, and I have done a little bit of beautifying. I've given it some colour there with the prismarine bricks, which I'm not sure how they work with the granite that I use for redstone lines, but it's fine, it'll be encased in something that looks even better, which, at this point, I am pretty much set on it being a harvester robot from the Matrix, because why not? Why not make a harvester look like a harvester? But, I guess for those wondering, I didn't have a video out on Wednesday. Originally it was going to be Mating Do, but we had some scheduling issues, due to technology violently breaking, on the part of one of our actors. And then I was going to do a Book of Lying, which I'm still going to do, but maybe not until we have another breach in scheduling. And both of those times, both of those ideas were completely put to the wayside by virtue of my wrist acting up really badly, to the point that I was pretty much remanded to rest as much as I could, but even then I still snuck on here to get some build work done as you saw in that time-lapse. It's feeling better now. I might know what I tweaked in it to make it so bad those couple of days. So hopefully I don't have another period like that anytime soon. No promises, though. Physical health is as physical health is wont to do, I'm afraid. But hopefully I'm feeling a lot better. Well, hopefully my wrist is feeling better. I'm feeling fine. My wrist is infuriating. But, yeah, if you want to make one of these yourselves, then I did do an earlier video in this series where I showed off the design that this runs on. So, check it out for yourselves there. And otherwise, hope you enjoy this time-lapse. Woohoo!